Good Wednesday, everyone. Thanks for stopping by Garden State Weather and GardenStateWeather.blogspot.com, providing superior forecasting for the northern mid-Atlantic region 24 hours a day. I'm forecaster Robert Smith on this not-so-good Wednesday morning. It's a little bit rainy, it's a little bit foggy, and it's a little bit raw outside. And this is a video forecast discussion for this Wednesday, the 3rd of December 2014. Skies are cloudy and a little bit foggy. The visibilities have been actually lowering over the last couple of hours instead of improving, and this may be with us for a couple more hours during this morning into early afternoon. And right now we're at a quarter mile or less in some regions, especially up the Hudson River Valley here, where we have a quarter of a mile visibility at White Plains, an eighth of a mile at Newburgh, a quarter of a mile in Montgomery, a quarter to a half a mile in places like Teterboro and Sussex County in New Jersey. We've also got visibilities as low as about a half a mile or so on Farmingdale on Long Island, Islip, Shirley, West Hampton. Lots of fog around the region this morning. Temperatures are also struggling out of the upper 30s in the lower Hudson Valley region, mid 30s in the lower Hudson Valley region and interior Connecticut. Temperatures also in the upper 30s and mid 30s around the Poconos and northwestern and interior New Jersey, especially the hillier spots. We have some light rain at LaGuardia now. It's moving into Kennedy and Newark at this hour as well, and a little bit of a light rain in Caldwell, Morristown, and Somerville, which is passing off to the east right now. Also some rain getting into Millville, Atlantic City, and Wrightstown this hour. The winds are either calm or out of the southwest at speeds at less than 10 knots. Visible path to the satellite this morning shows that we have an abundance of cloud cover across the entire forecast region this morning, and a little bit of lifting with a short wave moving to the north and east. Here's another disturbance in lifting here across the Ohio Valley, so a little bit more rain is on the way for today. The radar is showing some of that rain now exiting towards New York City and the lower Hudson Valley into interior Connecticut. Meanwhile, we have new regeneration of showers across the Delmarva racing into New Jersey. Watches, warnings, and advisories overlaid with some of the latest radar data. Here's our little bit of light rain exiting New York City into the Hudson Valley and western and Long Island at the time, and new regeneration of rain crossing over the river here into southwestern New Jersey near Washington and Gloucester and Vineland here this hour. These are dense fog advisories for interior areas of northwestern New Jersey down through southeastern Pennsylvania, outside of Philadelphia, north and east, north and west rather, into the Poconos, and some of this fog will persist into the early afternoon hours. On the coastal waters right now, we have small craft advisories extended through tonight. The winds expected to increase behind the cold front later this evening and overnight. Ahead of the small craft advisories have been issued for the Delaware Bay as well, as winds are expected to increase behind the cold front for a few hours as well. And then sub-VFR, sub-advisory conditions tonight through Friday night. Saturday through Monday and Saturday through Sunday, actually, the potential for small craft advisory conditions once again, especially for the Atlantic coastal waters as the weekend progresses, as the high pressure system passes to the north and low pressure system moves offshore, increasing the onshore gradient. And we'll worry about that in just a few minutes as well. Socked in with IFR and MVFR conditions across the terminals this morning, and these conditions will exist into a good portion of the afternoon. There could be a few hours this morning when we could see some fog at the airports with visibilities less than a quarter of a mile, which were just reported. Remain some showers. There remain some showers and patchy drizzle through much of the day until the front moves through the area. Again, MVFR conditions throughout the afternoon. IFR this morning improving to VFR this evening. Thursday and Thursday night, VFR conditions expected. VFR conditions start the day on Friday, transitioning back to MVFR later in the day as precipitation once again reintroduces itself. Friday night into Saturday night, MVFR to IFR with precipitation along with low clouds and fog. Not so nice this weekend. Sunday, continued potential for ceilings and visibilities restricted with possible precipitation once again, and a stronger northeast wind flow could also develop. Right now, outside of Newark, it is 45, dew point 43, humidity 43%, 93% rather. The wind is out of the southwest at 9, visibility 2 miles, and light rain and fog. Overcast conditions at 900 feet rather. And we're expecting not so nice weather during today. And for Philadelphia too, we have 42. We're in IFR right now, dew point 38, humidity 84. Not so nice day again. And I am definitely gathering that we're having microphone problems again today. What else is new? It's not a result of B, however. Here's the latest NAMWRF composite reflectivity forecast. One wave moves through. Here comes another batch of precipitation this afternoon. Late this morning into the afternoon, that moves off. We have leftover drizzle and fog and low clouds around. Finally cleared off with a cold front moving through the region this evening, and drier air moving in behind it for Thursday and Thursday night. An increase of clouds once again during a later Thursday morning. Thursday afternoon should be a nice day. And we increase the onshore flow once again. Another front approaches the region, and guess what? We're heading back into rain chances for Friday afternoon and Friday night. Operational GFS from, well, tropicaltidbits.com. That's Levi Cohen's site. He's back up again, and everything's back up and working again, so that's good. Thanks to provide for this. Here is the rain exiting. Here comes the cold front moving through the region. High pressure builds in behind it. Chilly air mass in place tomorrow, but dry tomorrow and tomorrow night. Winds veer around to the northeast. Cold air damming signature once again showing up in the charts. And precipitation with warm air advection beginning to move into the area to our south and west on Friday morning. And then eventually some of this will wait for a stronger system to develop across the southern plains. High pressure here over southeastern Canada, south central Canada, kind of blocking this from making a northeast path. So it's going to take a path probably close to the Virginias here. And as a result of this, the air will be lifting and warming in the mid and upper layers of the atmosphere. Isentropic lifting is going to be going on, and we spread the rain across the region on Friday night into Saturday morning. Some of the rainfall could be locally heavy at times in a few spots. The low will itself move off the Virginia Capes and continue out to sea with high pressure once again building in behind it across southeastern Canada with a north to northeast wind trajectory once again. This would be for Sunday morning, Sunday afternoon. Could be drying out just in time with a northeast wind, chilly air mass in place across the region, typical for this time of the year. And we're in a pattern here, reload, where we have this front stalls out, area of low pressure develops, and then moves close to the area. Could have the chance of precipitation, especially coastal regions and eastern sections developing once again across the region on Sunday night into a Monday afternoon. It'll be warm enough for mainly rain across the region, but there could be some frozen precipitation at the beginning across portions of the lower Hudson Valley, and we'll just keep monitoring this as we move through. And then more high pressure this storm begins to bomb out, and then more high pressure begins to build in from the Great Lakes into the eastern seaboard for the early to mid part of next week. And the air mass does cool down significantly once again. 500 millibar height anomalies from the European model and the GFS continuing to show a strong subtropical jet stream. MJO still not in its favorable state yet, but it's moving in that direction for an east coast trough. Here's our low pressure off the coast of the Aleutian Islands and Alaska here. This is pumping the ridge and the positive PNA redeveloping across the western United States into western Canada. This indeed begins to block off. We still have a positive PNA, but it looks like ANO rather, North Atlantic Oscillation, but this is looking like a lot more blocking is trying to be developed here in the modeling, especially the European. And then it puts an active trough right along the east coast. Somewhat of an extent of this can be seen with a little bit westward shift here on the GFS. And if we looked at yesterday morning's model runs, still the European just off the coast, and here's a little bit confusing here, even in CMC. So we've got a pattern that is going to be evolving. A lot of things are not all in place right now. All the players are on the field, including the stratospheric warming, which is ongoing. And basically, we're just going to wait and see how this all plays out. West-based El Nino, strong subtropical jet. Still developing positive PNA once again, still a positive ANO going into our negative fashion as we head into the middle of the month. And all of these key players and a very active subtropical jet stream means we have to keep ourselves on guard. So for everything live, it's Garden State Weather and GardenStateWeather.blogspot.com, Twitter, Facebook, and Google+. I'm forecaster Robert Smith. You make it a good Wednesday. We'll be back in video form tomorrow morning on Thursday.